right, hello beautiful people. Hope you're having an amazing day. You are a star, don't let anybody dim your light. We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room, okay? One thing that hovers in our mind, okay, particularly with a lot of the relationships today is, are we monogamous? Are we polyamorous, okay? Are we designed to be with the one partner, right? A bit like penguins or some other animals, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about, are we polyamorous? Are we monogamous? What are the benefits, okay? Who is it for? Does it work? I'm gonna share with you my experiences, okay? Let's get right into it. So, monogamy is a fairly new idea. It's been around for maybe a few hundred years, right? And more so marriage, right? Marriage is a fairly new concept, okay? It's been around for a few hundred years. The way that we see marriage today, you know, the ones in the churches, the ones where we have a ceremony, okay? And this idea that we have to, or we devote ourselves to one person, okay? And this is love, right? This is the love that we've been accustomed to, especially growing up, you know, watching Disney fairy tales, okay, movies, love stories, all these novels, right, have given us that this idea of unconditional love comes from the one person, right? So, you know, monogamy is a fairly new concept, right? For so long, for hundreds of years, no, thousands of years, we've been living in tribes, in communities, in villages, where it wasn't, that's my partner, that's my girlfriend, that's my husband, okay? That is the person you experience, right? So there's no sort of, he's mine, I own him, okay? That person belongs to me. No, it is, we all are in this together. We raise the children together. We gather together. We hunt together. We love one another without restrictions, without any conditions, right? Now today, a lot has changed. We're very busy, right? So we have this idea that a person's gonna give us this security, right? When we marry them, when we buy a house together, okay, when we close a relationship. And you know, from my own experiences, I'll be honest, I've been with people who've been in marriages, engaged, okay, with another person, and that always proves to me that loyalty is not symbolized by a ring, marriage, or piece of paper, right? Loyalty, it really comes down to your communication, how much that person is secure with themselves, and you know, of course, the trust that you have with each other, right? So that just points out to me that monogamy, okay, has failed me personally, right? It can still be successful, right? Not to say that all monogamous relationships are like that. However, from my own experience, okay, knowing that, of course, you might love someone, but you still have these attraction towards other people, right? Just shows to me that we are not, by design, especially biologically, especially men, particularly men are not monogamous creatures, all right? We are designed, okay? This is why we've got so much sperms, okay? Where we can impregnate a lot of women, okay? We are designed, okay, we are designed to procreate, okay? Not with one, but of course, should there be a time where we need to up the numbers, okay, because birth rates are going down, men have that power to impregnate many women, right? Whereas a woman can only be impregnated 9 months at a time, right? So by nature, men are just not, we are not wired. I speak for myself, I speak for a lot of men out there, that we are not wired to be with the one person. However, you can have that level of commitment and devotion with a beautiful partner and create a life together, build a family together, follow that vision, create that vision, right? And it's absolutely beautiful. I've had many monogamous relationships, many divine partnerships where I've had, you know, where we've just grown together, we evolve, you know, we do a lot of things together and we stay loyal to one another. I personally would like to be in a polyamorous, polygamy, okay, polyamorous relationship, okay? But the thing that comes with that is that you are going to face a lot of insecurities, a lot of triggers, because you've been taught for so long that love is only shared between two people, right? Let's look at, for example, of having children, right? When you have one child, okay, and then you love that child very much, do you stop loving the next child? Do you give less love to that child? Because love should only, the way that we've been taught is love is between two people, right? No, love can be shared with many people. Love can be shared just like with the animals and your family, right? The same thing can happen with polyamorous relationships, open relationships. Those two different things. Open relationships are a bit more, you can play around with other people, or you can experience other people while you're in a relationship. Polyamory is where there are more than one individual in that group. They all know about each other and they keep it within that group, right? So I could have one person, person B, person C, and we all know about each other and we're all building a life and family together. Now, is polyamory for everyone? No, it's not for everyone. Not everyone can face the insecurities, the shadows of themselves, because it takes a lot of inner work. It takes a lot of shadow work, right? It takes a lot of security, okay, with yourself to know that that person, okay, is going to build a life with me, okay, with this person, and we're not doing it for sex. We're not doing it to get as much as we can, right? We're doing it because we want to create that community environment. We want to create the community vibe, right? Monogamy, I think it can go for so long to a point where maybe that lesson no longer, right? There might be a lesson that's involved where you just outgrow each other and then you can move on to the other person. I think personally, the most ideal for me anyway, is a divine partnership, right? You grow together, right? You might have a twin flame relationship. You guys, the exact same being from the same soul, living in different bodies, and you may be able to experience other people, when certain situations might arise, or where it may you may want to learn with the other person, right? But still grow with that other individual, right? It's worked for me, and then there's other times where it hasn't worked. But I know deep down in my heart, deep down in my soul, that ultimately we are here to embrace our individuality, not to own people, right? There's my husband, this is my girlfriend, this is my partner. No, at the end of the day, we're here to embrace who we are, and all we are doing is experiencing other people, right? We are experiencing the love of another being through partnerships. Maybe it's just a casual encounter, maybe it's through a few moments, a few years, a few months, however long it may be, right? We're here to experience one another, to get to know each other on an intimate level, not for the excuse of sex, but merely to experience the other person's universe, right? Because everyone is beautiful in their own way. Now imagine that. Imagine, being so secure with who you are, and you may have a beautiful connection, because you got to realize not everyone can give you everything that you need, right? Your partner might be giving you 80% of the needs that you have, whereas another person has that 20% and more, right? Not everyone can love you the way that you want to be loved, but that's where communication is very important, right? Communication is important. Now, why are we growing into monogamous relationships? Well, one, marriages were only recently designed for tax benefits, to share resources, all right? Also a bit of control, okay? For the government to know who's sharing who with what, okay? And also because we live in a very busy society. Who has time to manage multiple different relationships in open relationships, right? Polyamory might be different because you're all in the same household, you're all working together. And we don't live in communities or villages like we used to. So you have to decide what works for you, right? If you believe that a monogamous relationship or a divine partnership is going to work for you, that's fantastic, as long as you're both communicating your needs, what your boundaries are, that's beautiful. If you're both wanting a polyamory, polygamy, okay, whatever kind of multiple relationship, communicate your needs. What are your boundaries? What do you want? What do you don't want? Okay. I've had some experiences where I've had open relationships where, you know, you can't mess around with, say, close friends or exes or someone that you've had history with, or, you know, so we know that there's not a chance that this person can develop a relationship because I'm committing myself to you so we can build something together, right? There are triggers. There's going to be triggers, whether it's open, whether it's closed, whether it's, you know, multiple. You're always going to have triggers. You're always going to have some insecurity. Loyalty comes down to the person trusting in themselves, being secure with who they are, okay, and knowing that that other person is going to do the same for them, right? They break their loyalty, whatever kind of relationship, they're not meant for you, all right? You deserve better. You deserve more, okay? And why not experience the love of multiple people? Why not share that with other people, right? It doesn't have to be through physical intimacy, right? It could be emotionally. There are so many types of polyamorous relationships. It can just be emotional, right? It doesn't have to be sexual. It's not always about sex. It's not always about getting as much as you can. It's about having more connections, having more deep, intimate connections with other people, right? The same way you might have with your partner, right? So that's the great thing about polyamorous relationships, right? Monogamous, you can still have a deep, loving connection, right? It just means it's just more so between you two with the physical intimacy. You could have that deep connection with your friends, your family, but it only goes to that point because you have those boundaries with your partner, right? You have to decide what works for you, okay? You can explore, maybe speak about it to your partner. I've known a lot of people rekindle the relationship because they've opened it up and they've realized, you know what? Maybe we can have more fun and deepen our intimacy, right? Deepen our intimacy by sharing and embracing more love from others, and then therefore charging the relationship even more. I've seen a lot of stories like that have worked, right? So you have to figure out what works for you with your partner. If it doesn't work for both of you, if you both have different ones, it might be time to move on. Otherwise, you just keep on going and sharing that love and doing what's working for you guys or yourself, right? Let me know. What do you think? Are we monogamous? Are we polyamorous? Okay? Or are we just humans creating all these different rules to fit in the society today? Let me know what you think. I really love to, we've spoken about this on the Instagram, okay? I said I needed to make a video like this because, you know, I've been very open about my relationship. So let me know, what do you think, okay? Drop a comment down below. If you haven't added us on Instagram, add us on Instagram at Daniel John Allen and Snapchat, okay? Add us on TikTok, okay, Daniel J. Allen. And if you need help with your training, mindset, and nutrition, I've got lots of courses and services, programs on the website, danieljohnallen.com. Click the link below. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Check out the latest podcast, marriages, red pill, okay, relationships, all those kind of stuff, okay? Are we supposed to get married, okay? Are we equal as men and women? Have a look, check it out on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you, much love. Keep rising, okay, keep rising. Stay woke, blessed, and alkalized. Peace.